It's showing the real side where he is, and that's okay. Okay, and everybody's going through the process here in creation. And it's all okay, and so nobody's down forever. But we're here. They have the opportunity, but at the same time, this is very, very interesting. So yeah, I would write that up. I wouldn't take it for granted. I see the Africans as having awesome experiences, as they pay attention and put it together and create a whole course with what they're doing. I would put all this stuff together and keep records of it, and write a book of experiences, because it's huge. People will want to read this. Who will do that? Who will put it together? Yes, I see the Africans as very special. I see these people as exceptional, very exceptional. Not just members, paying members. That's nuts. We went through all that. No, everybody is exceptional. I put everybody in front of me. Everybody's the star, but you got to step up. You got to prove yourself. Do something wonderful. That's all. Just do something wonderful. That's going to be scary. Look at Val here. Look, Val has just, confronted all these knuckleheads at Orange Coast College, and that's really what they are. We got to see if we can crack through the shell a little bit to see if there's any awareness, if they want to see anything that makes sense at all. And right now, they really don't. They're worse than mad scientists creating atomic bombs, and that's their whole attention. You can't get through to them. You see. Try to bring them flowers or a few plants, and they're not interested. They just want to nuke everything. And that's how the system is, and Val's seeing it. So this part of it, it's a good training for him also for the university. This is very important, the Nations United Universal University. This is very real. This will lead to the universal community, which will be beyond belief, and most people won't see it because you have to have a real awareness to actually see it. But it's already taking place, and so this is a preparation for everybody. But no, please, I'll beg you. The thing being is that these experiences are very precious because, again, while we're here presenting this, no one else is. And you know what? If this wasn't presented, guess what? This world would really be in bad shape. Because all you have is a bunch of nonsense information, so-called knowledge and sacred writings passing around, equals nothing. The thing is that the cabal and the reptilians still own everything, and eventually they're going to eat you, and you're just going to come back lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. That's real. That's just very, very real. So, yeah, pay attention, put it together, do everything you can to promote this. Is your job more important, or is a real life? Recognizing that you have to earn that. You have to earn that recognition. And so again, it's a choice we always make. And usually we put our personal life first. But these experiences, I would say, are very, very important and precious. That's why they're given. And just a little thing can set something off and, can bring a little bit of light here, because it's got to, the ISSSNISS LifeIS has to be allowed to be exposed. It's not about you wanting it. You have to learn how to allow it. When people have these experiences, and they can take them any way they want, they mainly look at them as dreams. But actually, you're in the passing dream. This is a dream here. And all of creation is a dream, but it's necessary. But this is where it gets more real once you recognize it. But you have to recognize it. It's more than just a dream. And you can say, "Oh, it's just a dream." And yes, you can put it aside. It's like treating a reference and putting it out to many companies. And maybe you put it out to 10 companies, and all 10 companies call you back and say, "Yeah, we want you to work for us." Well, you're only going to probably choose one. So you let the rest go, even though they're real, okay? So the reference here, trying to pull this over to real side experiences, because they do equal something. And, as you were speaking this experience and what's being said, whatever, and just like what you're saying, where, he fell back on doing the NUUU, etc. The NUUU is the real connection. It's part of it. It's not the whole thing, but it's part of it. It's like love. love is really demonstrated. A person can say, well, I love you, and that helps. That's good. That's all part of it. But realistically, it's demonstrated. And the old saying, um, actions speak louder than words. And this is where, yes, we have the group sessions, we do the NUUU, we read the books, but actually to provide this in a creative way to the world to step up and do it, that becomes the reality more so than anything else. So when people think in the terms that, well, I do the NUUU sessions, and lots of times you hear, well, nothing happens, or I read the books or whatever, it's because you haven't taken action yet. You haven't stepped up and put yourself out there into life. There's no way a person can have the full recognition of the is without fully stepping into the whole of life. There's no way. Everything equals itself. So that just depends upon, the individual and how and their approach. So again, this is a good little reference that, yes, the NUUU and that helps, but there's a whole lot more to it, to where it becomes everything, absolutely everything. There is no personal self left. It just becomes everything. You become like the sun shining, but you must decide to figure that out. So on this approach here with the NUUU, yes, at least if you don't do anything, yeah, nothing happens. In other words, if you don't water your plants out there around your house, you just forget them. They're just all going to die, aren't they? Yeah, they need water. So everything equals itself because it's already got the ground. All right, it needs the ground and it needs the water. It needs the air. So it's got the air, it's got the ground. It also needs the water, doesn't it? But if you don't water the plants because you put them in your front yard, they're all going to die. And your neighbors are going to look at you and think, well, you're a weird guy. You don't even care about your plants. You see, so whatever. That's just a little bit of humor. But yes, as I see people step up, I'm very humbled by the fact that they find this. Because this is tough. This is a toughie. This is not easy. This is why I do everything I can. I know the struggle that people are going through. This world is bad. They don't want anybody to think for themselves, to whatever. And the reason that people do is because they're still determined to do it. They haven't given themselves totally to the oppressors that rule this world. But that's what they want. That's what the oppressors want. They want everybody to just barely drag on the ground and barely survive. So they have no opposition. But people are still walking around doing things, and they can't handle everything because they need agreement. That's why they're poisoning us with microwaves, chemtrails, the smart meters, pharmaceuticals, whatever they can do, they're doing to get us dumbed down and crawling on the ground so we're so submissive. But people still have the will. And so, again, very fortunate. I'm always grateful that I have recognized this. Very, very important. So, all the steps matter, but again, the actions speak the loudest. Does it make sense that people sit around and wonder what to do with their lives? Oh, gee, I don't know what to do. You can do whatever you want. Figure it out. Take the risk. Maybe you should watch some Rambo and Arnold Schwarzenegger movies to get the idea. Whatever it takes, Steven Seagal, to have the courage to step up without violence, but with the awareness that you can have if you take the time. Yes.
This planet Earth needs a lot of help from all of us right now. Dean Val of NUUU, Nations United, UNUversal, UNUversity, is contacting people around this world every day to share the importance of the all-natural environment supporting all of us. Dean Val and Duane Lee Hepner.org 501c3 have created CAN, Community Action Network, to help all communities become aware of how to be self-sufficient with permaculture and food and rainforests. We are always looking for real people to step up who want to learn what life on this earth is all about. We will be leasing large portions of land to create something wonderful for all communities everywhere. Contact Val Vitals on Skype and Facebook, and through the phone number and the website DuaneTheGreatWriter.net provided in the links, to get involved with what we all can do now. The NUUU, Nations United UNUversal UNUversity, is dedicated to supporting and providing a real purpose and real awareness with the all-natural environment supporting all of us. First comes this earth with food and rainforests, and to protect what is still here. For those who have the awareness to see what is actually taking place here, with all the natural devastation, which is also purposely planned by world controllers, you now have a real opportunity to step up and do something with those who also care about your planet Earth. Duane Lee Hepner has created the NUUU, Nations United UNUversal UNUversity, which completely entails the all-natural environment everywhere, and a real education that has real value, and that far surpasses any commonly created indoctrinating educational system that does not focus on what sustains all of us naturally. Real survival makes sense with everything here that is self-sustaining.